My name is Alicia, and in this week's live lesson, we are going to talk about how to talk about the past year. We are going to cover some very basic grammar points. We are going to focus on simple past tense and then a very basic future thinking, failures, and the future. So I hope that this is a good chance for you to think about the last year, what was good, what was not so good, and what you can do in the future. So as you join live, please make sure to hit the like button and share this video. Today's lesson, that would be great. Super great. While we wait for other people to join us live, of course, as always, two very quick announcements. First is about this banner at the bottom of this. I've seen this before. Every year, our team makes a few different deals for you to find on this page. So you can see a few of them here. There are a bunch of different options for you to choose from. You can go and look at the different things that are on this page to see which plan is the best for you. So if you have been thinking this year or getting more tools to study English, check this out. You might find something that is perfect for you. So you can find this from the link below the video if you're watching on YouTube, today's lesson. Or if later, if during your holiday season you think of something, you're like, I don't know what that means. I'll ask Alicia. This series at EnglishClass101.com/ask-Alicia. That is a very long URL. So you can find a link for that in the YouTube description in any episode of Ask Alicia on YouTube. So if you think of something, or if you see some, I don't know, some movie or a TV show during the holiday season and you find a new word or you hear a new expression or something like that, let me know and we can talk about it. So you will find the question submission page in the YouTube description. Also, if you want to find me on Instagram or Twitter, you can find those links there too. Okay, it looks like everything is rolling, which is super great. So I am going to I'm gonna like and share the video, and then I am going to start with today's lesson. So let's get into it. I think it's okay. Facebook, are you here? Facebook, are you here? Okay, if you missed it, we are going to talk about how to talk about the past year. So let's see. Facebook, are you here? Is everybody here? All right. All right. Oh, some people are saying there's a bit of lag. I wonder what's going on. Everything looks okay on this side. Maybe if we give it a minute, it'll fix. Okay, so let's continue to the first part of today's lesson. How do we talk about achievements for today? How do we talk about, let's talk about on YouTube side. I'll wait a little bit for it to fix. It looks like it's better now. Okay, so we have the first sentence pattern for today, which is about achievements. So how do we talk for the year? So this basic pattern I want to talk about is just this year I learned, and this year I learned how to something, okay? So I want to start with these, oh, there's Facebook. What's up, Facebook? So I want to start with these two very basic patterns of I learned and I learned how to. We follow this with a noun. Yeah, if we use the I learned plus how to pattern, we follow it with a verb, okay? So this year I learned noun, or this year I learned how to verb, okay? So let's practice this with a few examples, and then I will come and try to check your examples live, okay? So, for example, this year I learned programming, right? This year I learned programming. So this one, programming, is a noun, yeah? So when you want to talk about that thing, the topic, the thing that you studied, you can use this pattern. This year, I learned programming, okay? Second then, how to. This year, I learned how to cook. This year, I learned how to cook, okay? So we can use this how to pattern to express this before a verb. I'm gonna try and check the live chat to see how you are doing these things. If you're sending some messages, the connection seems a bit rough today, but I hope we can get in our regular practice session. Okay, some comments are coming in. Let's see. Shehan says, this year I learned computer science in university. Nice one. Okay. Let's see. Facebook is here. Great, Facebook. I'm looking for this year I learned patterns. What did you learn this year? Okay. So I'm looking for your question. Let's see. The next one that I want to talk about is just a more basic, simple past tense sentence. Yeah. So how do you just talk about the basic things that you did this year? Yeah. I moved to a new apartment. I moved to a new apartment, for example. So this is just a very basic sentence pattern, but it's a big achievement for lots of people. Yeah, I moved to a new apartment. Or I got a new job. I got a new job. So our simple past tense verb. And then the next one is I built a website, or I created a website. Yeah. So what did you achieve this year? What did you achieve this year? So let's see, a few examples are coming in the comments, which is cool. Rosa Hay on Facebook says, this year I studied very hard with English class. Awesome. That's super, super cool. Let's see. Then we had, yeah, I'm getting comments about the live connection. I think it might be on YouTube side, so I can't make any changes. I hope it gets fixed. I will go slowly today, so you have a let's see, others. Ang says, this year I learned how to teach the Bible. This year I learned how to teach the Bible, which is cool. Nice one. Let's see, other things. This year I learned how to use the GIS book. This year I learned how to use this program. Super cool. Philip says, this year I learned how to sing, and this year I learned dancing. I would say this year I learned how to dance. That sounds a bit better to me. Okay, good. Cesar says, this year I improved my English. This year I improved my English. Nice. Emmanuel on Facebook says, this year I learned how to speak English. Make sure you use simple past tense. This year I learned how to speak English. This year I learned how to speak English, and then it's perfect. Okay. Cesar on Facebook says, this year I studied clinical psychology. Yeah, if you're in the chat noticing there's a bit of connection issue today, it's not on our side. We've got everything rolling, so we hope it can get... Okay. Oh, some people are saying it's good on Facebook, so if you're having trouble on YouTube, maybe try the Facebook stay. Okay. Yven's Joseph, I think, this says, why are you using past tense, but you say this year? Good question. So, past tense, because these are patterns we want to use at the end of the year. So now, this live stream, this is in December, right? So we are talking 22, but the year is almost finished. We have just a few days left in the year, yeah? So if we do this, we want to talk about from January to now, right? In this year. Right? Last year, it means 2021, right? We are talking about this year, the past actions in this year, okay? Failure. So I'll share again really quickly if you missed it earlier. The team has an amazing super holiday deal, 50% off deals at EnglishClass101.com. So if you want to study with us, if you have been thinking about it, you can definitely check the link below the video if you're watching on YouTube, or above the video if you're watching on Facebook, to find many different options to study with us. So if you were thinking about it last year, or if you were thinking about it recently, or you want to do it in the future, now might be a super, super good time to start with us. So please check the link below the video if you're watching on YouTube, above the video on Facebook, and I hope you can find something. You can see in this picture there are a few different options, yeah? So go and check and see which one is the best fit for you and your needs. Continue to part 2 for today. If you're just joining, please make sure to hit the like button and share this video so other people can find part 2 then. So part 2 is about failures. How do we express our failures in not a scary way. How do we just talk about them in a neutral way, okay? So this year I didn't verb. This year I didn't verb, okay? So very big one. Here is my past tense structure. This year I did not verb, all right? For example, this year, here's my form. This year I didn't start my business, all right? Or I didn't start my own business, okay? Second idea, very basic sentence problem. I didn't try to learn anything new. I didn't try to learn anything new, okay? And the next one is I didn't pass the test. I didn't pass the test. So as you can see, all of these sentences are very, very simple. I didn't pass, but I didn't pass the test, okay? All right, I'm looking for your examples too. Yes, if you are having trouble on YouTube, this is available on Facebook. This may be a connection problem on YouTube's side today, okay? So I'm looking for your example sentences. San, this year I didn't. This is a regular verb, sorry. This is a past tense verb structure. I didn't get a new bike. So do not change the verb after didn't. This year I didn't get a new bike, okay? All right, I'm looking for other examples. This year I didn't something. So what else? Let's see. I don't see others on YouTube. I think maybe people have gone to Facebook today because YouTube is having an issue. Let's see. I don't see failure examples yet over here today either. So I'll continue with my examples. Okay, Jacqueline has one. All right, this year, for many people, I didn't pass that test. I didn't pass that test. So I think many of you, there are other tests you need to think about. I didn't pass that test this year, okay? And the last basic example, I didn't save much money. I didn't save much money, okay? So all of these use just the basic verb form, yeah? Pass, save, try, get. So some of you are sending me questions. Some of you are sending me example sentences. Many of you are changing this verb. Please stop changing this verb, yeah? No change to this verb. So some of you are writing change to this verb. I didn't pass. I didn't save. I didn't try, whatever. So this part needs no change, okay? I had a plan, okay? I had a plan to do something. And I did it a little bit, only a little bit, right? Like my plan was, so I'm looking for others. Okay, Facebook has some examples. Matthew says, this year I didn't travel to other countries or travel to another country, okay? So next one, let's see. Juan says, this year I didn't go to the cinema because the tickets were expensive. This year I didn't go to the cinema, okay? Let's see. Pradnya, okay. Others, Mohammed on Facebook says, this year I didn't buy an iPhone. This year I didn't buy an iPhone. Nice one, everybody. Okay, good. Here's another example that uses as much as I wanted to. As much as I wanted to. I didn't exercise as much as I wanted to. Okay, so this as I wanted to means I wanted to exercise. I had a plan to exercise, but as much as I wanted to. I didn't grow my business as much as I wanted to. Okay, so this expresses our failures. I notice there are not many failure example sentences. Maybe that's a connection issue problem today, but it's important to think failures, the things that didn't go so well right? So that we can think about them for next year. Yeah. If you're having some problems with YouTube connection, by the way, you might find a better connection on Facebook today. Okay. All right. I'll finish part 2 there, and then we'll take a super quick break and go to part 3. How do we use this to think about the future? Okay, so if you missed it really, really quickly, there is this banner screen which says get up to 60% off. So if you have been thinking about studying with English Class 101's options, we have these as our holiday deals each year. So if you want to check the different types of deal you can get, you should click the link below the video if you're watching on YouTube, or above the video if you're watching on Facebook, and you can find the different options and choose the one that is best for you. So I hope that this is helpful for you. Okay, let's move on now to part 3. Of course, we'll go to now thinking about the future. Okay, so let's get to that. Let's practice thinking about the future with this next part. So how do we think about our failures and then continue to the next thing we want to do? This is a good practice to have in general. So how do we do this? So first, let's take a look at, oops, I lost my thing. Okay, the next thing I want to practice is this pattern. So next year, I want this verb, right? So next year, we are talking about next year's plan. Take an English class. Next year, I want to take an English class, okay? So here, this verb, something like that, okay? So you can talk about the class you want to take. Then, second example, I want to start. Next year, I want to start something. Next year, I want to start a business. So to make your pronunciation sound more natural, this I want to is reduced to wanna. Next year, I wanna start a business, okay? All right, let's continue to the next one, okay? Next year, I want to visit my family once a month. Next month, all right? Here is my verb, visit. Next year, I want to visit my family once a month, okay? So a family and relationship goal. 15% of my salary each month. Next year, I want to save 15% of my salary each month. So this is a money goal, a finance goal. So you can express, a finance or money goal, a learning goal, and so on with a very basic sentence like these. Yeah, next year I want to, infinitive verb. Cool, some examples are coming in. Let's see, next year, Tuta-san on YouTube says, next year I want to travel to many countries. To many countries, nice. Ratan says, next year I want to start work there. Daniel says, next year I want to travel in Haiti. Maybe travel to Haiti, unless you live in Haiti. Okay. D says, next year I want to grow up my startup. Maybe grow my startup. Yeah, so grow up is used for kids, right? I grew up in work as an accountant and get married. Okay. Alfonso says, next year I want to start my own business, not owner business. I want to start my own business. Let's see. Next, Nestor says, I want to get a better job. Nice. Okay, great. Pablo says, next year I want to learn 2,000 English words. Nice. Good luck with that. That's a good goal. I love that goal. Specific goals. Yeah. Marie Carmen, hi, says, next year I want to travel with my family. Nice. Okay, great. Rosa says, next year I want to visit my cousin in Los Angeles. Nice. Saba says, next year I want to about a class, taking lessons, taking a class next year. Don't forget your article. An English class, a Spanish class, a computer class, yeah? A programming class. Don't forget your little article, a or an, yeah? Okay, others, let's see. Watashi wa says, next year I want to go to the United States. Yep, I want to go to the United States. So lots of little change. Communicating well, everyone. Some of you are writing that you want to meet me next year. You have no control over that, so I don't recommend that setting that as your goal. So choose something that you can control, right? You can't control if you meet me, right? I'm elusive. Okay. All right, great. What to do next? Okay, awesome. So that is everything that we talked about for today. That is everything we are going to talk. Our achievements and our failures and what to do next. So I'll finish there for today, but if you want to take a screenshot, now is your chance to do that. So here we talked about achievement, covered some very, very basic examples today, and I hope that you were able to practice just a couple of everyday use grammar patterns as well. Awesome. So I will end today's Eastern Standard Time. That is New York City time. If you don't know your local time, please Google it. You can use your amazing Google skills, or you can set a notification on YouTube. Or if you follow me on Instagram, I usually put a topic link and a reminder in my Instagram stories. So next week, I'm going to talk about how to review your progress from the year and check yourself. So this means like your language study progress. So all year this year, we've reviewed how do you check yourself, how do you set goals. So we're going to do like a year end, the end of the year check-in, and think about how to move to the next step like next year, right? So always thinking how to continue building your skills. So join for this week. So thank you as always for joining me live. Thank you so much for sending your example sentences and your questions and for YouTube. That was really cool. So I will say goodbye for this week. So enjoy the rest of your day. Happy holidays. Have a great week. Have a great, safe, happy, healthy weekend. And I will see you again next time. Bye.